Parents, if homework turns into a nightly meltdown and it's a struggle in your house, you are not alone, and we have got you. We see you. Dr. Brad Schwall and Katie Campbell with the Center of Integrative Counseling and Psychology are here with ways to help your kids reframe their approach and build healthy study habits early on. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
I think all parents are resonating with this right now. Class is now back in session, and it can get a little hectic at the dinner table once that homework comes out. So why do you think it's such a struggle?
We're tired, we're very busy, and it's a bit about extremes. So if our child is not engaging in the homework, we're like, oh my gosh, he's not going to get into college. He'll never, make it in life.
We're stressing about
and then
stuff
kids
in the
are
future.
thinking this is the worst thing ever. So it's important just to be patient and ease into it.
Yes, indeed. Now, Katie, are there typical signs that a child is struggling more emotionally, specifically with homework than academically necessarily?
Yes, definitely. I would say if your child is having emotional outbursts, tantrums, or even some physical symptoms like stomach aches and headaches, they may be struggling a little bit more with the emotional side of doing homework.
Interesting. Okay, so that kind of goes into my next question. Do you think it's homework dread in itself, like the work itself, or is it the environment or the expectations at home, or is it something you kind of have to evaluate with each kid?
I would argue that the dread is rarely about the homework itself, and that it's often more about the high expectations. They're already mentally fatigued from a long day at school. They have activities after school, and so they're really just dreading having something else that they have to do.
They get tired just like us adults, right? They have a full day. They, like you said, do some activities after school that wears them out even more, and then they still have to hit that homework when they get home, and they get tired. They get tired just like us. Now, what are some well-meaning mistakes parents often probably make that is unintentional? We're not meaning to do it on purpose, but it kind of fuels that homework tension.
Some of the most well-meaning parents, they end up doing their children's homework for them, or they correct their mistakes, or they, come in and try to change their answers, and that really kind of takes away from a child's independence with their homework. And we want to try not to decrease their self-confidence by doing it for them. We can do it alongside them and help them and encourage them, but try not to do their homework for them.
That makes so much sense,
Yeah.
just as far as like going back and checking the work and maybe doing a little erase and fixing it, but then your child never sees what they did wrong in the issue, right?
Yes.
The teacher doesn't have a chance to correct them, and so you want to make sure that you leave that space open.
Yes.
How do you reframe the mindset from I have to do this into maybe a more positive or purposeful activity in homework?
Well, I do think there are ways to make homework fun for kids. Part of what they need to understand is after school is you should have an after school kind of schedule and routine so that they know when the homework is coming. And you can just praise their efforts and make sure that you're really encouraging them, and even have some rewards for once the homework is done.
I was just about to say, rewards seem like a really good idea.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I recommend saving screen time for after the homework is done. It's very challenging to get a kid to stop doing screen time to do something that they don't want to do. So if they know that that's something they can work towards, then that might make it a little bit easier for them to do the homework.
That's actually a really good tip. Let me ask you, because that was such a good tip, any strategies to shift depending on the child's age, right? Because as they grow up, you kind of have to change the way you go about tackling the subject, right? And so any strategies on that?
Well, I think elementary kids need us to support and encourage what they're doing, to sit with them and make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, not doing it for them. Middle school, you can help them with their organization. You can get them set up for success. And then by high school, you should really be able to expect that your kid is doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Exactly. Okay, any difference in, because big projects, they do come, and I think it stresses the entire family out. Same tips go for there, or do you think different?
I think it's about one step at a time, and certainly breaking down big projects into smaller steps to make them more achievable.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so look at the trees, not the forest. Take
Yes,
one thing at a time. Very, very good. Okay, these were good tips, and this affects everyone that has a child, especially that just went back to school. So tell me, where can people find you guys if they want more tips from you?
Sure. thecentercounseling.org is our website, and then the Center Counseling is our social media handle, and our therapists like Katie are here to help parents parents put things in perspective, but also get some strategies, get some tools to use to help encourage kids and their resilience and confidence, and that's so important. So go to that site and check out how you can schedule an appointment.
Well, thank you guys so much for being here, sharing your tips. It is very useful during this time after we come back from the Labor Day weekend. We can put it in action. Thank you guys so much.